Welcome into the Red Zone. Now, as the old saying goes, there's no place like home. That's especially true for the North Dakota Fighting Hawks. The UND football team returning to the friendly confines of the Alerus Center tomorrow, looking to get things back on track against one of the top teams in the country. The Fighting Hawks are once again looking to bounce back from a road loss, this time falling to Indiana State. North Dakota still winless away from home this year, falling to 0-4. They are, however, a perfect 5-0 on their home turf. But their biggest test is coming into the Alerus Center on Saturday, South Dakota State. The Jackrabbits holding the number 3 ranking in the country with only one FCS loss to the now number 1 ranked North Dakota State. Head coach Bubba Schweigert talked to us about what his group has to do to bounce back against such a talented opponent.
You got to really get downhill against these guys, both offensively and defensively, so you tackle well. Offensively, they tackle really well and really are an attacking defense. So it's got to be a simple plan that our guys really understand that we can execute at a high level.
The Jackrabbits have won each of the last 3 matchups against the UND. The last time the Fighting Hawks beat the Jackrabbits was during the COVID season in the spring of 2021 in the Alerus Center. Big news for Vikings fans ahead of Minnesota's next matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags are likely to be without their starting quarterback this weekend. Coach Doug Peterson confirming today that Trevor Lawrence is, quote, trending towards not playing. That means questionable. Lawrence has been dealing with a left shoulder injury since their loss to Philadelphia last week. Mac Jones now set to start if Lawrence doesn't play. The Vikings sitting at 6-2 on the year now, getting back to their winning ways against the Colts last weekend. They'll keep that going against another AFC South foe on Sunday. After this, they play the Titans as well.
Mac Jones, former Patriots quarterback,
former Patriots
back up with the
starter,
Jags.
a top 5 draft pick. And things have gone very well for him.